Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video on powers of numbers. So we've kind of looked at this already. We looked at squaring in an earlier lesson, and of course squaring is the same as raising a number to the power of 2. So you might have seen something like this before. I hope you have. A 2, big 2 with a little 4 written at the top. So we call whatever the big number here is, we call that the base, and we call the small number here a few things. It's usually referred to as the power, but you can also refer to it as the index, as we did in BidMaths, or the exponent. Power, index, and exponent mean the same thing. So, because the power is also called the index, this way here, if we write it as 2 to the power of 4, is called index form. Index form means that the number's written as something to the power of something. So what exactly does 2 to the power of 4 mean? Well, what this means is you times this number, the base, by itself this many times. So 2 to the power of 4 is not 8. A lot of people make the mistake and think it's just 2 times 4. It is not. It means you times 2 by itself 4 times. So when I write it in this form, that is called expanded form. So they are the same number. 2 to the power of 4 and 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, they give the same answer. They're just written in a different way. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, you could easily figure that without a calculator. That is just the number 16. So this way is what you would give if you were told to evaluate. So if I said write 2 to the power of 4 in expanded form, you write it like this. If I say evaluate 2 to the power of 4, I mean give the value of, give the answer, you'd write 16. All of these are the same thing. 16 has the same value as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is the same as 2 to the power of 4. So that's what we mean when we're talking about powers. So writing it like this in index form just allows it to be a bit simpler. Sometimes we need to multiply a number by itself many, many times, and we don't always want to write it out all those times, okay? So if you want to raise a number to a power, like 3 to the power of 5, it means times this number by itself this many times. So in expanded form, you just write out what you're actually multiplying, and then if it says evaluate, you just give the answer. So 3 times by itself 5 times gives you 243. There is a button on your calculator that allows you to raise to the power, so please make sure you ask me if you don't know where to find that. You usually, for 3 to the power of 5, would press 3, and then the button usually looks something like this, and then you press 5. But again, ask me if you can't find it or you don't know what's going on. All right, let's just look at a few things about powers on the next slide. Please pause and copy this down if you need. So sometimes we're raising more than one number to a power at the same time. So for example, we might have something written in expanded form like this. So that's expanded form because I've written out all the numbers in multiplication. So if I want to write that in index form, what I do is I just group all the similar numbers together. So I group all the 2's together, because remember, the order of multiplication doesn't matter. So there are 3 2's. So how I write this in index form is 2 to the power of 3. That means 2 times itself 3 times. But I've also got 2 3's. So what I do is I group them together. And there are 2 of them. So this here is the same as 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 2. If you put this on your calculator, you get exactly the same answer as if you put that on your calculator. The top's in expanded form, the bottom is in index form, and if you put it on your calculator, you just get 8 times 9, which is 72. So if you know a power of a number. To get the next power, you just multiply by the base. So what I mean by that is, I know, for example, I'm telling you that 2 to the power of 12 is 4,096. So how do I use that to figure out 2 to the power of 13 without a calculator? So 2 to the power of 13, of course, is just 2 to the power of 12 times another 2. Because this is 12 2's multiplied together. So we just need to multiply another 2 to get 2 to the power of 13. Obviously, I don't want to write this in expanded form. I'd have to write 13 2's, and it'd just be a waste of time. So 2 to the power of 13 is just this times 2, which is 8,192. But this sort of logic would work for any number. I know, for example, that 5 to the power of 4 is 625. So if I want to find 5 to the power of 5, all I need to do is take 625 and times by 5. And I'm sure you can do that. Even if you can't do it in your head, you can do it by long multiplication. So that's sort of what powers are on about here. So if we're looking at powers of 5, we just multiply by 5 each time. So 5 to the power of 1 is 5. 5 to the power of 2 is 5 times 5. 5 to the power of 3 is 125. So that's to the power of 1, to the power of 2, to the power of 3. The next power of 5, as we said, is 625, and so on. I keep multiplying by 5 each time. That's what essentially powers are. So please let me know if you haven't understood anything in this video. Thank you for watching. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.